feel the whiskey hitting. Feels nice. Welcome back, everyone, to Vanguard DearDays. The game I love to hate. I love to hate all of them. It's what I enjoy most about them. Oh, here we go. We're gonna dive straight back into it. Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, so I have all of the DLC for this game. I'm missing 2 for DearDays 2. I don't know if they're doing a DearDays 3, but they'll probably get more money out of me then. I'll have to get it on the Steam because I am not upgrading to a Switch 2. I refuse to pay for that crap. Literally. So yes, what we didn't see last time is that I actually do have more than just what I've shown off, even though I think as far as overtriggers go, Spiritual King of Determination is probably the best one for the Bruce deck, but we do have access to Valnaught, who is just one of the best overtriggers, if not the best. He is one of the best. There's a reason that they reprinted him in 14 different versions. I still need my... I think it was the Thai or the Korean version where they turned him into the fan service girl. I need that copy. I would try to pretend like I don't need that for exactly the fan service, but yeah, I need that for the fan service. I'm an old man now. You don't have to be. Anyway, Iris Faro is okay. 4-bit Surrogate is better once we get to Viamans, but I mean, Twin Cast is the best. And more. And I got the Trial Deck 01. That is, I want to say Drajul, definitely Leonorn, and oh no, number 2 is Michiru. So number 1 must have been Ryza. Obaria, Spiritual King of Determination, Obaria. I did get it right. Sweet. Number 3 is Leonorn. Heck yeah, number 4, okay. DBTO6, DLBTO3, DBTO7, DBTO8, DBTO9, BTO10 or BT10, G unit sleeves, contest sleeves. I don't know what those are. Sleeves? I never really bought the sleeves in this game. I probably missed out on an achievement for just getting all the sleeves. Bozuk, Rowan. We got some of the clan sleeves. We got Senko, Setsuka, Renka, Dracomoon, Rowan. I don't know which team that was. Maybe that was what they were pretending to be until they put full berserk. Anyway. Doesn't look like they put them on here though. Onigashuyoi. I'm definitely gonna have to make the Onigashuyoi deck at some point in one of the playthroughs. I never really bought the playmats. Like I recognize these from DearDays 2 because I play them in DearDays 2. I have all of these plus the ones they added. I've never actually seen any of them. What is this? Just the trial decks? Okay. I guess we have options. Now I'm curious. Oh, yeah. Oh, Leonore was 0-1. 0-2, 0-3 is Ryza. Rika? Ryza? I don't know. Whatever youth player in the anime was. And of course the 2 strike decks. Which is a thing, I guess. Tiramikuru. Change sleeves. Do we have options? So, I guess we've got main deck. Sleeves. Heck yeah. Oh, we got these. Alright, cool. So apply those to the main deck and these to the right deck. Bam. Can I? Oh, I can't choose the. I probably don't have any play mats, so it's cool. Whatever. Let's go in and play. Let's see. What do we have next? We just have a story. The story is he's not very good. Sorry, Rasen, Manley, Ishidoji-san. Rukita. Good stuff. Not the whole time, I worked out the details for the match too. At Tatsuki's place. Alright, I'm skipping all this. It's nothing, it really isn't anything special. Over just draw, yeah, that's cool, except we need... Oh no, a fight will happen. Do you want to play the game? At least we haven't cleared it yet. When you clear it, it starts asking you, would you actually like to participate in this fight, or would you just like to skip? You don't even get points for skipping, which makes sense. I don't want to skip, but I also want to play the game, so I don't want to skip. Isakai Shrine.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Yeah, nobody believes that he's an actual shrine keeper.
Tatsuki.
Well, there are some very interesting colors for somebody working at a shrine. But I guess I've only ever seen Miko. I haven't actually seen. Oh no, it is Shinto. Shinto still uses the same colors for the priests, don't they? Not just the shrine maidens, but the priests. Excuse me, something keeps... Something keeps creating static on my headphones. I don't know what that is. I would think it's a line, but last time I had an auxiliary jack that was just lying out, but I didn't realize it was actually plugged in on the other side. And it was doing the exact same thing, but I don't see anything, and I don't hear thunder outside, so I don't know why it's doing that. Doshita Ishidoji? Betsuni. Omae mo Rasen? We're just here to fight against our challengers with all that we have. To fight and to win. That's how Dracomoon... Actually, I'm gonna save the... I'll save that voice for the actual villain. I think, even though he does a really deep voice, you'll hear the deep voice, I won't hear the deep voice. Even though he does a really deep voice, I think using the Kyoya-Gain voice is much better for him. They basically wrote Kyoya-Gain into Vanguard, and he's kind of a mix of Kyoya and Ren. And I really like the Kyoya-Gain voice. Fight and win. That's how Dracomoon operates. That's right. I gave him such... I don't even know which one said it. for helping with basketball. Wait a sec. You started Vanguard too, Yuki? Oh my god. Oh my god. I did that by accident, but that might be the perfect voice. Oh, Demon Lord Asmodai. Or Makemi. What was his name? Kazumi? No. Makemi. From the original Vanguard series. That'd be the perfect voice for you, Yui. I totally didn't expect that one.
それは
Oh yeah, it's a little complicated. Can't wait to see how you fight. This is Yui we're talking about here. It'll be a perfect fight, of course. Nice to meet you too, Yuki's little brother.
一同時螺旋です
Name's Roxen. It's nice to meet you. I can't believe your team's name is Setsuga Setsuka. Setsugetsuka. No. Oh yeah! I was kind of surprised when Tatsuki told me. Go Setsu-san picked it for you, right? Oh, I knew you wanted to bring Setsuka. One of the two must be for Tatsuki, because all of their... It took a syllable from each of their names to make that. Gosetsu, Tatsuki, Mika. I'm guessing the ka at the end is Mika. Meguro. I don't know. As for us, we use what Setsuga Setsuka gave us as fuel to move forward. I'm as grateful as can be to Gosetsu-san, of course. Defending the team I created is my way of respecting it.
負けるわけにはいかない
There's no way I'm gonna lose this fight. This fight is gonna be ours.
負けるつもりないから
No loss intended. We have to win this fight, one way or another. Gotta give it everything I have. I promise you that we'll win this fight.
一同時
Yeishi-doji.
楽しみにしている
I'm looking forward to it.
おいそう
Yeah, we'll skip the story. Spoiler, Yuki loses.
お願いします
Oh,
ファイトしようよ
excuse me. We have to get through the whole tournament first. First, we go up against Cat Ears. Oh, sorry. That's not very specific in this round. Kana is playing Thornable.
スタート
It's really unfortunate because I don't have access to the Blitz PG yet. All of this is hot garbage.
スキル発動
Alright, kick Matt back.
スペリオルコール ターンエンド私のターンドロー
Nerdy channel information.
スキル発動
I actually started working on a project that I've been working
ヴァンガードに当た
on
って
and
る
off
よ
on for 5 years. I guess whenever they did that first Vanguard reboot,
ノーガードドライ
they
ブチェック
changed the mulligan system. So it is what you see here today, and you don't really get to see it because of the video game. But basically, they went from you shuffle the mulligan cards back into the deck to you put them on the
ヴァンガードに
bottom
当た
of
っ
the
てる
deck.
よ
And I've always been curious, but I've never had any great way of testing how that changed how the deck mulligans.
ドロ
I
ー
have
ト
a
リガ
little
ー
while because I had a chance to pick up 2 of the startup decks when we started the Vine series.
私のターンドロー
And while I originally hated the I'll do that.
ライド
While I hated the
スキル発動
startup deck that I got hated how all vanilla the deck was, because the only two cards with effects in the actual startup deck are the grade 3, so Astrum in this case, and the PG. But it does make for a really good testing scenario. So if I do that, yeah, there we go. Oh, it's gotta be this one.
ヴァンガードにアタックノーガード
Oh.
ドライブチェック
Because of how the decks are designed, it's really easy to set up a formation. So I've got Ocelogist. I don't know how to spell his or say his name. I just know it's Ocelogist. But him and Sarxia, and they're the exact same deck.
ターンエンド
They're both 4-tap decks. Just
ライド
how you get to that 4 decks is slightly different. One comes from Soul, one comes from
ペリ
Draw.
オルコール
Paired with Ashturm, Ashturm comes
スキル
from
発動
on board. You don't even replace anything.
ペリオルコール
So in theory, Ashturm is one of the strongest
ヴ
ones.
ァンガードにアタックだよ
Ball. He's also the weakest because he doesn't. You have to have the orders on board to actually give extra power, and he, on paper, gives less power than the rest of them.
ダメージチェック
Because all the other ones give plus 10,000 for their restand effect, but Ashturm only gives 5,000 and he splits it. Well, he gives 10,000 total, but he gives 5,000 to the Vanguard and he gives 5,000 to the Vanguard. And it really messes with the overall numbers.
ヴァンガー
So
ド
it's
にア
not
タ
as
ック
good
だ
as
よ
it could be. But damn, she put PG on board for that.
ノーガード
I didn't even notice that one.
ダメージチェック
Hmm.
ターンエンドスタンドドロー
Oh, she wants to keep that.
さあこの子の出番よライド
Oh.
コール
Sorry, I focused in on that. Because I really did put myself on.
リアガードにアタック
I'm trying to prepare for her actually doing
スキル発動
Overlord the Friend.
ノ
Oh,
ーガード
there.
ドライブチェックよしフロントトリガー
Beautiful.
パワープラス
Natalie.
ドライブチェック
So anyway, because of how they work, they are very simple decks with the vanilla decks, but it's just fascinating to
Vanguard
see
attack.
how it does actually work.
ノーガードダメージチェックきたきたクリティカルトリガークリティカルプラス
Somebody,
パワープラス
somebody.
スキル発動
Goodbye. Now you
タ
have
ーン
the
エン
whole
ド
column.
私のターンドロー楽しいね
You're gonna have to win the ball. So if you don't win this turn,
ヴァンガードにアタック
hui, 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 hui. Hui, 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 hui. There we go. Alright.
ガード
Easy guard. What was I saying?
ヴァンガードにアタックだよ
Basically, it's easy to set up the deck and understand what you're trying to go for with the build. I almost want to go back and take Astrum back down to the vanilla cards and start rebuilding the deck from there just to see how to prioritize focusing on Astrum's effect, because I think we get lost in the weeds on focusing on Erlai and not the PG, the Grade 1 promo, and Big Swing
ガー
Dragon,
ドドライブチェック
but the heart of the deck is the Vanguard.
ドライブチェック
So Astrum, Ocelogist, Patience to the test. Man, what's that on Oberia? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
この勝負ノーガードドライブチェックドロートリガー
Put the power there.
パワープラスドライブチェック
Oh, good. Oh, baby, yes.
私のヴァンガード
Oh, this is the easiest Proto Bowl play right now. She got 6 present I don't remember her doing these off of it. Drive checks, but she could have just gotten a PG there. She is down 2 though.
ヴァンガードにアタ
So
ック
deadly.
ノーガードダメージチェッククリティカルトリガークリティカルプラスパワープラス
Second.
ダメージチェック
Easy.
私の勝ちねやった
Ugh, ew. Drew 3 cards in 1 turn, retired 5 or more opposing units. Hell yeah, I did. So what I was trying to get at with the story about recording this testing, it's actually interesting to see. So far, I only have 10. So the data is 10 games. So the data is far from conclusive in any kind of way, and nor is it statistically relevant or representative of any actual data yet. I'm planning on going through 100 games to gather data on how the 100 games each, mind you. So we're gonna have fun. I'm about to make the game of Vanguard very, very boring for myself, as I've done every single time I've done this test. And I think I only ever get through 50 games, and now I'm begging myself to do 200 total. It's gonna be a great time. But what I end up seeing as I'm playing through is that the results on one side are more, it seems like the older style is more randomized. It is much more random than
そんな怖い顔して
Kowaio.
絶対に負けないから
The results for which cards pop up, and I actually have the cards marked with a marker so that I know on the face of the card if, for the most part, it was a black marker on a lot of dark pictures, unfortunately. But I do have a general idea of which cards are which, even among cards. Like, I have 2 Edens in hand right now. Oh, I should have pitched the draw trigger. I have 2 Edens in hand. They would have 2 separate numbers. So even among that, like, a lot of the old mythos that we have in the Vanguard community about drawing the same cards over and over again, that's kind of going out the window as I'm looking at this. And I mean, this is ZR, not R. It's fascinating to look at, and at some point in the future, maybe I'll do these on Saturdays, where I do, I guess, kind of related content, but not necessarily the usual stuff. Maybe I'll do oddball stuff. Maybe I'll do, I've always wanted to do D&D, your tabletop glory stories. I think that's fun. I have one from like 5 or 6 years ago that I recorded, where it was the guy who wrote the All Guardsmen Party did separate posts about the rest of his gaming experience with his psychotic GM. And
ダメージチェック
his GM is validly crashing out against his party all the time. But there's one where they're barbarian.
ライド
They go through a time rift, end up
スキル発動
in the past, but it's a different dimension, but they don't know that. And he shows up to just fight the big bad evil guy all over again. Doesn't realize that the quote unquote clone of him is not actually a clone. It's a alternate version of himself. And he just declares there can only be one and kills his past self, alternate self. And all the mages on both sides just stop and go WTF.
コールコール
And wait for the entire thing, and it's just bam.
ヴァンガードにアタックノーガードドライブチェックドロートリガー
I don't blame there. If you've ever heard the intro to the All Guardsmen party,
ダメージチェック
there's a perfectly valid reason for why the game master makes them do
ヴァンガードにアタック
the absolute genocide of their characters.
ノーガードダメージチェック
Oh man. I think if I counted right, they made something like 1,000 characters in a weekend.
ターンエンド私のターンドローライドスキル発動しちゃおう
And like 300 of them survived.
どうだ
Maybe it was only like 100.
コールヴァンガード
That's not much of a difference in number when you're talking on that scale, though. Anyway. Sometime in the future, like I said, I'm only through 10 games of the 200 total. So I'm just gonna hit the bare minimum for statistically relevant, and will not go past that because I don't want to hate my entire life.
ドロートリガー
But I kind of am hating my entire life by doing that.
パワープラスヴァンガードにアタックノーガ
Okay.
ードダメージチェッ
Oh,
ク
we're gonna just. Oh, okay. We'll get an Oberia. There's no overtriggers in that stack,
パ
by
ワ
the
ー
way.
プラス
The D trial, the Divines trial decks did not include any overtriggers, which I thought was an interesting choice. The vanilla versions of all of those cards is an interesting choice, and technically, no, they're not. Well, I don't know how that works in Vanguard. If they're quote unquote able to do their effects or what, but. Oh, if you're in Fun Rush,
コール
I don't think most players would know. They just look like the Yu-Gi-Oh anime cards,
ヴァンガードにアタック
which is nice. I don't have a whole bunch of complicated effects
スキル発動
to remember or anything like that. I
ノ
just
ーガー
have,
ドドライブチェック
you know, we have first attack, which is probably a grade 2 or a grade 3. Sometimes it's a grade 1 because of
ドライブチェック
Persona right turn. And we have
私のヴァンガード
we have the Vanguard attack next, which is
ダメー
always
ジチェック
31 or 41,000 points at the Vanguard with a new third attack being created. Well, that's technically the fourth attack because I attack in the range of this is the strongest. that trigger over to the counter charger. 9 cards.
全力のアタック
Minimum 2 5K shields.
Damage check. Vanguard にアタック
Really nice cocktails. Jim Beam Devil Cuts with the old-fashioned simple syrup mix.
ガード
Oh, what did I miss that? Found it when I got the Jim.
ターンエンド私のターンドロー
Master of Mixes. 'Cause they had a whole bunch of simples and bitters up on the shelf, and then right in between the simples and the bitters was
一気呵成
the Master of Mixes brand, which is a simple syrup bitters mix, and they have one specifically formatted for doing old fashions. That's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it would be weirder than it is, but it's a 2 to 1. So you do 2 parts whiskey to 1 part simples. And it honestly turns out pretty decent.
オーダー発動 スペリオルコールパワープラス
Remember, we have a hotkey. So we'll do this.
Got it.
That'll be fun. What would be funny about this? Do we have anything good in the song? PG. I'm gonna have to pick up that PG.
ターンエンド私のターンだねドロー
Oh, I was just fidgeting and I hit the button. That's the only thing I hate. Because I will do that.
スキル発動しちゃおう
I didn't hit the shit. Well, I guess I'm defensively set up. I can't PG her. No, she's at 5 orders. I can't PG her. But. Oh, God.
ガード
Oh, I guess we're not allowed to listen to the BFG division ever again.
ヴァンガードにアタックいい感じスキル発動スキル発動
No, we'll make this easy. We'll talk about that however many packs after we probably phase. Marjorie and
Vanguardにアタック。
DearDays swing on the Vanguard.
スキル発動。 パワープラス。ノーガード。ダメージチェック。よし、ヒールトリガー。パワープラス。スキル発動。
Say that kind of blast.
パワープラス。ヴァンガードにアタック。ガード。ヴァンガードにアタック。ここからが本当。
Right, so it does cut in, make for really
ドライブチェック。
good thumbnails. AI, no, the auto
ドライブチェック。
in-video thumbnails. Because I think I've got the same one of Yuki or
リアガードにアタッ
using
ク。
Goose.
ノーガード。
This would be the third one. It
ヴァンガードにアタック。
is nice. It's just Yuki launching an assault with Goose. trigger. That's 3 heal triggers. Oh, she's got a continue. It's only the first one she's dropped. We lose.
スキル発動
It's like when I began to put it on instead of Vanguard. But we lose. If we don't lose this coming turn, I'm gonna deck myself out. On
完
purpose.
全ガード
Okay. She's got that PG, she's got 3 cards in hand. Man, if I hadn't accidentally skipped that turn.
スタンドアンドドローセットオーダー
I feel dumb that I did that.
スキル発動パワープラス
6 goals.
スキル発動
Don't do that now.
スキル発動パワープラスヴァンガードにアタック
She doesn't win. I win. I always win.
スキル発動
Catch that.
完全ガード
That's one hand. You're gonna win.
ヴァンガードにアタックいい感じガードドライブチェックドロートリガー
Should draw a trigger.
パワープラスドライブチェック
You don't think I could win the deck?
ヴァンガードにアタック スキル発動
That.
完全ガード ターンエンド私のターンドロースキル発動一気呵成
No, I can't. Oh, maybe I could. I'll go for it.
ゴール
We're gonna do the Vanguard Classic.
ヴァンガードにアタック
Even if this misses, I guess I owe you like another round, 10,000 points. It'd be fun. We used to do this dumb stuff all the time.
スキル発動パワープラス
It's like this before that. This is like 7C's format.
ヴァンガードにアタッ
We're
ク
sitting there counting how many cards we have left in the deck. We know we can't attack with the Vanguard if we lose.
スキル発動完全ガード
She was gripping that PG the whole time.
ターンエンド私のターンだね
Come on, Persona, right? You know you want to. Do it. Do it. Attack with Vanguard first.
ヴァンガードにアタッ
No.
ク
Let me use the trigger left in the deck. I don't lose.
ノーガード
Oh, lose the deck.
ダメージチェックよし
Oh, Ariana for the save. And this is DearDays 1, where I actually do things with that.
いいヴァンガードファイトでした
Yeah, baby, I didn't lose to you. I healed at 6 damage, so I get extra points for that. Let's go. Alright. We'll crack our improvement pack and then we'll see what we've got. We'll log out for now after that.
いらっしゃいませ。どれにしま
It's
す？
been, damn, almost an hour. I can't believe
ど
it
の
took
パッ
that
クを
long.
購入します？
See, we're on set 2 because we don't have Leonard yet. I think I said I was allowed to craft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay, I can count. That's definitely lightning out there. Weird that it's so uniform though. Terrible Diabolos, Madonna. for one nation's triple R. Not in here at all. Okay, that's a double R, so it doesn't count for what I was saying. But Diabolos Madonna Mabel is a good choice. No counterblast heavy, but she's a decent choice. Triple drive is always nice. SP Berserk Dragon, we like it. We gotta stay on the Oni deck at some point. Oh my god. We're not gonna just pull them, are we? We're gonna have to craft it. We're gonna have to craft it. Oh god. I have 700 crafted points. That's so dumb. I guess I've got 3 Mabels. That's something. Which is really funny until you realize that because you boost the Vanguard with her, you have to boost the Vanguard, so the Vanguard attack onward, you have 3 whole attacks of the turn that can be guarded with Elementaria, but it's still so worth it. Oh yeah, guess he costs what? 800. And of course, once I craft it, then we'll pull a ton of him. So, that's where we're going to leave it off today. Nothing good to build the deck with. So, see you guys around.